Afro families. All those families could have been Afro. It's what was more affluent for you to say to be able to do business. You know this as well as I do, Steve. When you're light, bright, and almost white, you're the person that gets put in the head of the family to handle the business because they
Yeah, I
accept.
mean we know that we know exactly who it was. Like there, there's pictures of the first of the some of the people that came in the 1800s. There was one
They
group of them
they
that was
took a picture of all of them. All the
it was
settlers of
1789.
they took a picture.
1789. Yeah, well, not all of them, but there's they have it listed because there was a census done. I think I think there was like eight of the 44. I think like a third of them were Afro American
Hmm.
or Afro Spaniards. There was only
Hmm.
two. One family was just Spaniard. One family was Spaniard. That was it. But
Yeah, but
let's move for a little
that's
bit.
what
Like look at Pio
and
Pico, Pico Pio, Pico
yeah, but
Pio. I mean, you've seen him before, right?
that's what you, yeah, I've seen, like, that's what you claim though. Like, that's what I'm saying. When we're dealing with these societal situations, you're going to claim what produces the most for you in the situation. So some of them might have wanted to say, hey, I'm Aztec or I'm Mayan or I'm this, but it was profitable. And coming from a caste system where they came from, you're going to go by that caste system. So you're going to be a Zamboa, you're going to be a mulatto, you're going to be all this, just like half the Spaniards that came over there. When black people would be mad at me, but half of those Spaniards were black that was running those ships, those slave ships and all that. They were black. You know what I'm saying? People don't really, they haven't done the history of Spain and the Inquisition and none of that. Half of those people on the slave ship, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, period. Just period. And that's in every single culture. So
Okay.
when we start getting into this, that's why I'm saying I've looked at the results and followed it. We
So
have
what
been
is your
displaced.
point? And so we can
Well,
Yeah.
all respond directly because we've been kind of going on a,
man, oh, a tangent. I get you. Well, all I'm saying, me and Steve, we be talking, bro. So my bad. What I'm saying is, I want the aspect of what's been going on with the border needs to go on. I deal with people all the time, so it's not a personal situation. I have got over 15 people matriculated to this country and went through the work and the paperwork with them. It's not the point of me talking about an individual person. But when it comes to the point of the people that look like me and the other ones that look sort of like me, you know what I mean? I'm talking about Chicanos, the people like what he's talking about, foundational people that came here. We have been displaced by these situations. They have went to certain parts of Mexico and South America and brung these people over here for certain sections. And I'm talking about California specifically, to take over Central California, Southern California, certain places they go in South America and in Mexico to bring these people over here to displace us out of jobs. And
okay.
once we get out of those jobs, what are
I,
they going to
Okay, can I
do
ask you a
to
question?
get
I,
in
I,
this
I was gonna
situation?
let Carlos. I was gonna let Ender or somebody get it
Yeah.
because Ender's been trying to get in. I think. Go ahead, Ender.
You know what that reminds me of? Fucking New York with their the German division and the how different sections of New York was all sectioned off for different I guess you could say races.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of get what you mean. Like they have the Jewish community, they have a Muslim community, they have a Dominican. They have just their different sections. When
The
you go
gangs in New
through
York.
certain towns, like even in Texas, you'll see like a Korean side, a black side, a Hispanic side, a fluent side. It's just, I guess you could say that about most major cities.
Yeah.
There are German cities. There are German cities in Texas still. The
Yeah,
entire town it was all Germans.
Texas is mostly German. That's why they were trying to secede the most, and that's why you'll find the most blood in Argentina, Texas, and Germany that's going to link up. The thing that
Yeah.
I'm saying, all these different communities that come together, like Steve might know what I'm talking about. Steve, you pretty good on, California history. Do you know about Val Verde, California?
What? Tell me more. Like what exactly about Bob Brady?
Val Verde, it's by Camarillo. It's like Val Verde, California. So the white people had Palm Springs and the black people had Val Verde. So when they went to on their vacation, they went to Palm Springs and Hemet type area, and then the black folks went to Valverde, and then the black folks down here went to one side of Salton Sea, and the white people went to the other side of Salton Sea. So what I'm trying to show y'all
Yeah.
is these were affluent areas where these certain people worked and built communities and churches and different things. And the influx of these of somebody that owned those farms out there that controlled the economic situation over there said it is cheaper. These people want rights. They're getting educated. They're going to schools. They're doing stuff. They're ready to fight for their rights. It's time to push them out. Richard Pryor made a movie, I believe it was called Blue Collar, about these same situations. He made one on the East called Blue Collar, and he made another one. It's a funny movie. I think it was called Which Way Is Up or something like that.
Which
It's
way
a
is up? Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, so there's two movies that they put out about this same situation, and you see the Chicanos and the brothers together fighting for their jobs, talking about picking oranges. And then the one on the East Coast, they're together in it's Yo Fat Kodos in it, and they're in the auto industry. And they're fighting against these things because they're trying to build unions and stuff. That's when they brung these people in. The Asians had already been displaced at this time because from the war they put them in. I know about the war, and you should know about this too a little bit, Steve. The internment camps and stuff that they're talking about. I used to live in Casablanca, right? In the apartments I lived in were the internment camps that they were in. They were part of them. They had them in 3 or 4 different cities. When they started doing that in World War II, that's when they started displacing the Asians. And period, the Asians came together because they still had that family value, and they built their Chinatowns, they built their cities, they took over certain industries, they built their churches, they moved to the Laverne type area, they moved to these different areas over here. Like past Pomona, they moved to Chino. They moved to these different areas and made those areas affluent and started business, dry cleaner businesses. They took the money that they had from there and they had to invest it and knew that they had to move because they were going to, if they stayed in the farming industry, they were going to get usurped. They were going to get